Once again, there's a first time for everything. I can honestly say I have not done a walk around video on one of these or taken pictures for our website, either one. It's a 1958 Isetta 600 made by BMW. This is actually a 4-seat economy car using an independent semi-trailing arm rear suspension design that BMW then carried through later model years. Underneath the hood, or I guess rear engine compartment door, if you will, 582cc engine, flat twin, air-cooled. That's paired up with a 4-speed manual transmission. Take a look at the chrome up front on the bumper. Headlight bezels. Nice looking paint. Paint has a decent shine to it. You can kind of see it's the royal blue or medium blue, if you will. White top. And we'll check out the condition of that as we walk around it. But first, I want to let you know where you can see the still pictures. You're going to be able to see the underside, interior, engine compartment. All those still pictures can be seen at uniqueclassiccars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. That's going to take you right to our website. Of course, you can call us 507-386-1726. It's riding on these Kumo radial tires, steel wheels. Of course, wheel cover or center cap. I guess you'd consider this their two-door model. The 600 was kind of the limousine of mini cars, I guess. You know why? Because you have the front seating compartment. We're going to get to that in a bit. And then you have this rear seating compartment. Check that out. Only can enter it from this side, on the passenger side. Of course, the front seating compartment is entered from the front of the car. And like I said, we'll get to that in a bit. Rear mounted engine. There's that 600 insignia, BMW. The logo has not changed for years. Chrome in the rear of the car looking good. We do have a few imperfections here or there, maybe a little chip, maybe a little bit of a ding, but overall this thing will turn some heads. How fun would this be to take down the road? Your local roll-ins, cruise-ins, your local shows. And what, being produced from 57, mid-57 into later 59, there was not a lot of these produced, or let alone probably still out there. A few notes from the technician that looked at this one. He mentioned the speedo and odometer both working. It is a 12-volt system. Heater works. Complete exhaust, of course, no catalytic converters. Turn signals work. Must be manually canceled. Wipers work. Brakes are 80% in the front, 80% in the rear. Sounds like this thing's ready to roll. You just mentioned that there's minor drivetrain weeps. Nothing out of the ordinary for a car that's driven. Let's fire this up. I'm not gonna get in it because this will be a lot easier for me to show you everything just from this front. And we'll at least take a peek at the engine running and that engine bay. And then Jason lucks out once again and gets to drive a cool car. Yeah, albeit not the highest horsepower car he's ever driven, but maybe one of the coolest. All right, there's a good look at the front of that driver compartment, and there's a good look at the odometer and the speedometer. Odometer reads what, 27,903. VDO gauges must have been stock back with BMW in the day. Here's your 4-speed manual, and you can see this interior is nice shape, carpeting, seat covers. As far as these levers, top one I understand is choke, off is up, middle one, if you're an Isetta expert, don't understand that one completely. This is like your fuel on up front, reserve in the rear, and off in the center. So I have it at neutral. We're gonna go ahead and start this up. And it fires up like that every time I've went to start it. There's your throttle response. Let's slip around to the back so you can hear this and see this engine compartment. So I have it unlatch so I can lift it open for you. I'm going to hold it. But look at how clean, tight it is back here. There you can see that fuel bowl right above that. It's kind of like a motorcycle reserve or off or on for that fuel valve. But nice and clean and tidy back here. You'll see a close-up of that data tag and the still pictures. You want to do any decoding, listen to that. How cool. 1958 Isetta 600. Number to call 507-386-1726. UniqueClassicCars.com. Yes, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation. Comes with a spare tire too. And it may qualify for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email. How cool is that?
Hey, it's George from Motorhood Podcast at Unique Classic Cars.
Hey, and this is Jeremy, and we're here to tell you where you can find our podcast. So first off, on all the Audible platforms, including Spotify, iHeart, etc., and also right here on the YouTube channel where you can find all of our episodes,
as well as the rest of our shenanigans.
A few other fun things that we'll do.
And when in doubt,
gas it.
Welcome to Motorhood.
Today we're driving a 1958 BMW Isetta, and we're just taking it through town here so you can see what it's like. A beautiful condition car, excellent looking blue paint, nice interior. This is a 3-speed manual on the floor. For reverse, you just go up a little bit to the left and towards you. It's easy to drive if you've driven a stick before, a manual transmission. This car purrs very nicely. There's a little bit of rattling in the dash, nothing excessive. Thought I'd show you a little different area of town on the drive in this car. And it's not a high-speed machine. Plenty of room in here. I'm 6'1" and I have room for my knees, my feet, my head. Plenty of room. It's comfortable. The whole front of the car opens up to get in and out. The turn signal indicators, they're not showing me anything, but I can hear them working. And the turn signal lever is on the right side of the column. A little more stop and go on this route. But you can see what it's like in town. This would be an excellent in-town commuter. You could pretty much park wherever you'd like. Not even as big as a motorcycle. Some of those Harleys. Speedometer working well. The wipers are working as they should. Just pull it out. Push it back in. Plenty of room for a passenger to sit comfortably. A little bit of space also in the rear for 2 passengers or maybe 3 little kids. Lots of room in such a tiny car. Manual windows that slide to the rear. Find all the pictures of this 58 BMW Isetta at UniqueClassicCars.com.